Hey guys, Average Man here reviewing Transformers War for Cybertron Siege Commander class Jetfire. I was about to say Voyager class, but no, this guy is a bigger boy. When I talk about Voyager class, call them big boys. Nope, he's a Commander class. He's in a class in and of itself. So far, I think he's the only Commander class in this toy line so far. But there he is, and let's look at the box he comes in. It is a sturdy box. We got Siege War for Cybertron. We got Jetfire there. And there he is, all in fire jet stuff. We got Omega Supreme down there. We'll get to him later. And look at that. Just looking. Oh, we got some Seekers in the back. Oh boy, check out that detail. He's a Commander class, and the picture just goes to the side, so there's nothing. And I can't get that close to the camera, or else I'm gonna bump it. See? So let's go sideways a bit. Just more of. Oh, that's the arc, I think. About to lift off. Stuff on the top. Oop. Bottom, some words and stuff, barcode on the side. Authentic, so you know it's good. It's the same Siege background, but I can't get that close to the camera, so we gotta go at an angle. Whoa, we're blasting off at an angle. Prime at an angle. On the back of the box, we have the obligatory product shots. There he is in Transformers. There he is. There he is. Right there. 36 steps. That's way more. There he is, decked out with his I don't know what you call it, the weaponizer stuff. The combat, he's combat ready. There he is in his regular form, but decked out with all these pieces. You could turn him into that. And it's kind of like an homage to the original figure. Way back then, in the ancient times of the 1980s, you know how the Transformers were Japanese toys, and then Hasbro brought them to America, made them the Transformers. This design, however, or at least Jetfire's original design, was not from the same toy line that Hasbro brought the Transformers from. There's two toy lines, Diaclone and I don't know what the name of the toy line, Microman or something. So those two toy lines combined to become the Transformers. However, Jetfire's toy came from a different toy line. I can't recall what it is. You could look it up. Do your own research. Anyway, so yeah, it looked more like this. I don't want to say it's not Voltron, Macross, something along those lines. I should have done my research beforehand so I could look smart. Anyway, Jetfire's original toy design came from that company, and then they brought it over to America for Transformers. And in the toy line, since it was a toy line in Japan, they didn't want to make the toy. Let me start over. They didn't release G1 Jetfire in the Japanese Transformers toy line because they didn't want to give the toy line they took it from, licensed from rather. It wasn't stolen. They didn't want to give them like exposure along those lines, so he was never really released in Japan in the original toy line. But now some tweaks and stuff here and there. I think he's released like in special edition stuff. So this is the reminiscent of the G1 cartoon form. The toy form looked more like this. So we just got extra pieces to turn that into that. Enough of the history lesson. We're here because we want to see toys, of course. So this was a bigger boy. So let's look at some of the detailing here. With the nose cone, nice Autobot symbol, exhaust ports. Yep. The wing clipped on the viewfinder. Oh, it has blast parts back there to make it look like he's going fast. He's taking off. This guy's hefty. He's not wimpy. From the top, see the weaponized stuff, his armor and guns form into some sort of, what would you call that? Space pod. From the bottom, oh, one of the fire effects fell off. Not a lot of battle damage here. He's a big guy, so it doesn't get hurt a lot. Take a look at that. These are in multiple pieces. We got in 3 pieces, the base, the middle, and this part. Here's a pair of these. Put that to the side. Pick up the one. Yeah. And this whole thing can pop off. Just a port right here. No, this is the port. I keep messing up. This goes in here. So put that to the side for now. And take a look at the top. I think this is where his allies would be in here. Oh, put these wings up a bit. So he's a big jet that flies in space. A space jet, if you will. One little cool feature that I'll show right now, and more cool features when we get there. The cockpit does open. Cockpit, you gotta bend the nose cone a bit, part of the transformation. And he has some sort of computer core in there. You kinda, yeah, get out of here. It's kind of there in an angle. You have to kind of jimmy it out a bit. Sometimes it works flawlessly, sometimes it doesn't. Get out of here. When I want to work with me when I'm on camera? Get out, come on, come on. Maybe it's one of those things I have to be close to my body to do. Not with my arms extended out. Well, you know it's never going to fall out by accident. Well, I'll show it later off screen, I guess. But basically, you could pull this out and you could fit a Titan Master, if you had any, to sit in the cockpit. And that's pretty much it. Articulation wise, it's a jet. What articulation would you want? You can angle these fins however you want. You can angle these, but why would you? Maybe he's just sitting down and just saying hi to everybody. Hey guys, how's it going? He speaks like Shaggy for some reason. You got a landing gear right here. You could bring it up when he's not flying. Let's do that now. Put these aside. There you go. His landing gear is up. He could fly now. One cool thing about jet mode as well. Down here, you bring out these pegs. And down here, push this out. Pull this out. Same thing over here. You could do that. Push this section out. You can pull this arm, and you could make it like your allies are hanging off, either right here. You could just, if they could turn their wrist, hang on there, or hang from here. So it would look like they're just hanging on for dear life. Like, come on, Jetfire, let's go. Vroom. If you could do that, it adds playability. If you have other figures to join, that's what it's for. These are toys. It's meant to be enjoyed. Come on, let go. There you go. And for storage, just push that back in. Push that back in. There you go. That's pretty much his jet form. Now let's transform him. He is a transformer. It's in the name. But first, some comparison due to size. Here is a regular size deluxe class Prowl. And see how they stack up. It's just the same height of the nose cone. It's a lot of plastic here. See, look at that. It's bigger than a car. Well, I guess this is in scale. If this is what's I can't talk. What's supposed to be a regular jet, this is technically in scale with the car. Alright, put you aside for now. And let's transform them. Let's start off down here, I guess. Come over here. Now, on this part, there's a tab on this red part will connect in a slot right here, as it is the true for this side as well. I can't find a graceful way to disconnect, so I kind of like wiggle it out. Also, this bottom part of the exhaust, it connects to this part, another center port into the, kind of looks like this inside, but the ports on this part connects to this part. So while we'll disconnect this oh so gracefully, basically you want to pull this section up. It's on a hinge like this. So I can't find a graceful way to do this, but I'll just wiggle it like that. See? See how you have this tab right there? Will go in there. Again, a port goes into there. The port, that tab. So it all connects in 4 connections. Just wiggle it, it will free itself. Now on this hinge, just bring it up. But before we do that, come over here. I didn't have any Titan Masters on hand. Wait, I do have one over here. Woo! We have Overbite, Overkill. A little Titan Master. You could fit them, if you have any, in here. Well, not in a back seat. Sit in the front seat. It's not Friday. And you just close this up, or close it up this way. I think if you put his arms down a bit better. It's hard to do this one-handed. This big boy needs 2 people to handle him. Just sit down. Sit down all. There you go. See? 2 seats. Take a good look in there. Maybe we just close this up. Nice. See him in. I can't really see him in there, but you know it's there because you put them in. All right, come out, come out, come out. Oh, he loves his seat. Oh, we'll leave him in there for now. He's fine. He'll be part of the preview. So, continuing on, we take this. As you can see, this will connect. There's a tab right there. And the same port that connected it down here, connected over here as well. So just push in. So make sure it's secure. Alright, now that's out of the way. Over here, on the legs, we just pull it out. Do that. That was quick, so we'll do it slow on this side. So there's like a sliding mechanism down here. You want to pull it out a bit, and then when you're going up, it'll click in that way. It's easy. We should never get caught. Now, this panel back here, it's connected from this connection to that hole right there. It's connected. Disconnect that. Just pull it out. Now this panel is on a double hinge, as you can see. So you want to, when you close it, make sure this fits in it nice and smooth. Because if you extend it all the way, it gets stuck. So when you're bending it, just push it in a little that way. And it connects there. Same thing over here. Pop it out. Close it. and fits. Come down here, take out his toes and his heel. Oh, the heel likes to get caught in there. There you go. Bring that out. Toes and the heel. And we pretty much got his lower body down. Come down here, or up here rather. You would disconnect this part as such. This, you got a tab here that would go in kind of back there where my finger's pointing at. It connects there. You pull that out. Over here as well. There's also another no, actually no. It doesn't connect anywhere else I could. Oh, right here. This tab on the other side as well. This tab slots into this slot in there. So when it's right like this, put that off to the side for now, because we could come here, take out the arms. The arms right on this other side of this block, his forearm, is another connection point, kind of like back here. It fits into the arm, so it's connected. So we'll just pull it out a bit to disconnect it, like that. Same thing with the other arm. And this whole assembly right here will flip up. Let's do this on camera. As such. As you see that connection piece right there. It went to the forearm. As such. You see that hole? Same thing over here. Let's flip that out. We'll get to the arms later. Now you have this whole chest cavity. What are you going to do with it? Up here, go ahead and flip this in. Flip this in. It will just connect. There's a lot of tabs to set everything in. You just disconnect that. Pull that up. We're going to take this whole thing down. So it goes down like this. Make sure you want to make sure this is not going in. You want to make sure you extend it all the way. And when you bring this down, his head will pop. It's still connected to this part, but it was hiding in here in this little trap door. It's just resting in there. Now, before you push it all the way down, get that nose cone part. Just bend it. Hard to do it with one hand. Bend it like that. And just push that part in. This part will rest right here. It's reminiscent of the G1 toy with all this was still the nose cone. The nose cone became part of his crotch. Alright. Come over here. Push this down. And it will connect. Push that down. Now for the shoulders / arms, you just push it in a bit. Because there is a tab in the socket there, deep in there. Push that in a bit, and it will connect. Now, his arm, his elbow joint is kind of snaked in of itself. It's kind of like bent at this kind of angle a bit. So what you want to do, an easy way when you're transforming from jet to robot, is just bend his at the elbow. And it kind of comes apart on itself. Not comes apart, but this is how you would transform him to jet. You kind of go that down and push in. So it's like an S. I don't know what to call this joint. You can see that black part. To jet mode, kind of bend it and push it up, so it's going to collapse on itself. But to jet to robot, to make it all come out easy, just bend do it to itself. Same thing over here. Just bend at the elbow, it'll extend itself. Alright. Come down here. We'll bring out his fist. Bring it all the way this way. This piece will go in, and then we'll connect this port to that, as such. And there we go. We got his arm. We got the fist. Bring this thing in. Connect. And then we'll discuss this in a moment. All right. Now the wings. He's almost done. He's almost done. We'll bring these up now. Now, get the arm out of the way. We have many pieces of this to fold in. See this piece? Fold it in up. I'll get the elbow out of the way, the shoulder out of the way. Fold in there. This piece, we'll bring it over here. And this part, we'll just fold it as such. This will stick out sometimes. All you gotta do is just push it in, push it down. Same thing over here, but let's do it at this angle to show. You move this forward. You bring this in. And then we bring this part in. See, this part will stick out. And just push that in. And I believe this is Jetfire in his robot mode, and he is off screen. He is a big boy. Let's raise this up a bit. Shake the camera, shake the camera. Move this out of the way. And let's look how he looks. There's no battle damage on him whatsoever that I could see. But let's look at that head sculpt there. Yeah, that's Jetfire way back then. G1 style. Look at the molding on his shoulders. Right here as well. You see where you see a lot of blast ports. He doesn't have battle damage, but there's so many parts for him to be shot at. Alright. Just look at the design. Yep, he does have ports down here for rocket feet. As well as any weaponizers you want to add to him. Or you want to just have this for storage. Just place it back here. Or here. Just have it there for now. And yeah. Big boy. Articulation wise, his head, as I believe, is not on a ball joint, but you have this black piece that could go in and out for him to have slight different angles. Look up, look down. So that piece will help a little bit at least. His head could turn a 360, full 360. He doesn't seem to have light piping. It looks like he should, but as far as I could tell, I don't see any light piping. Maybe just painted on. Articulation on the arms. Bigger figures have that ratchet joint. Could bring his arm up that far. Not this way. Now, one little thing is every time you try to bring it down, it disconnects from that shoulder. So that's my. Uh-oh. I see a little something that got stuck in there. Let's see. There we go. That's like a little panel got in the way. So yeah, that's my only gripe for this figure. Yeah, the shoulder will pop out from the body. Elbow joint. That far. go up back a little bit farther than normal. He does have a bicep swivel. Race rotation. You could open his hand, but a cool thing here, you could place like a weapon in there for him to hold, and it'll fit in there. But when you open his fingers, that goes in. So I think that's pretty neat. So it looks like a regular hand. When you close his fist, that thing pops out. Nothing at the waist, which is strange for a big figure like this. Has no waist articulation, but that's okay. He does do a front kick that far. Theoretically, he could go a little bit further, but he has this backpack in the way. Could do a side kick. You just move his panel, his side panel, his skirt. He has this rotation for his whole leg, going left and right. And you could go all the way that way if you like. Knee on a ratchet joint. Nothing at the feet. No ankle tail. It just goes in and out. Oh, let's show that on camera. And that's articulation. For comparison, if you want to see the previous big boy, we have Voyager class Soundwave right here. And look, what a big jump from Voyager to Commander. Look at that. Let's bring in Sideswipe, or Covert clone Sideswipe. A smaller Deluxe, a little bit bigger Voyager, Commander. And yeah, you see all these blast ports. Got one right here, one right here, right here, right here, right here, right here. Not one right here, right here, right there. You could shoot them everywhere, basically. So you could be like, put one right up here. Doesn't want to go in. How about right here? Be like, my chest. Put that aside. Well, what about this big piece we have left? Well, let's weaponize him. As you can see, how this looks. I see so many guns. Wow, this could be 6 gun in and of itself. Here, back here. So let's disassemble this, shall we? Let's put that aside. Put that over here. Come over here. We will remove this. This just pegged in with this tab right here. This tab up here. Just connect it there and in there. And bring this out. Just fit these two right here. Goes in there. These two right here. Goes in there. Simple. Even a child could do this, and this is a child's toy. Now let's open this up. Right here. Open. It's a mask. Hello, mask. How you doing? Now to pop them out, you could just press in from inside, so it'll pop out like that. Now for this chest piece, come over here. How about before we do that, in the cartoon, I'm not sure about the comic, but in the original cartoon, this guy was first introduced as a Decepticon, but he changed sides in the same episode when he was introduced to an Autobot. So what neat little thing is, this panel will flip. Just press in. Press in. Press in a bit. You flip this over. He's a Decepticon now, or was. And since this toy line takes place before they got to Earth, Jetfire was introduced when he was on Earth, or when the all the Transformers were on Earth. He was introduced. So if you're in your own little head canon, you could have him throughout this whole war, this whole siege. You could have him on the Decepticon team if you like. If you're low on Decepticons, you want someone else on that team, by all means. Well, let's have him as on an Autobot for now. Now, right here, we have these two panels on each side. Just bring that up, straight out, have it perpendicular or kind of like that. This side as well. We come over here, and then we'll just place it on there while these tabs will connect in there, right there, and on the other side. So let's line it up properly and just push in. Oh, he has a chest piece already. He's looking like his regular Japanese self. Haha. Now let's bring on the mask, a little battle mask. Place it in. You see that connection right there on his forehead? That will fit into this part of the forehead. Wow, who would have thought? Who would have thought? So just line that up a bit and just push, push. Why won't you push? Why won't you align? Let's align it. I gotta see off camera. See if it goes in. There we go. Just align it. He has a battle mask on, and you can't see. I don't know. You could tell on camera, but see inside the visor, you could see his eyes. I think that's pretty neat. All right. Let me look at the manual because I forgot where each weapon goes where. Right here. These are two identical pieces. They could just go on his forearm. Right here, you have the ports here. A hole. Have it like that. Boom. Some forearm cannon. Alright. These pieces just connect to each other. Disconnect those. Now the longer pieces, you could go back here. And just as you can see, on each side you have a port. You can just connect it there. Angle it however you see fit. I like mine to point straight up. Now these pieces right here, you could either take them out like this way if you have the nails, or just unfold that and fold it back down, and it should stick out. There you go. You could just bring that up, and I believe, see that hole goes in here. Same thing on this side. Just unfold that. Bring that up, bring that up, and connect that there. Going, there you go. And he's all decked out. Now we got this. Now you could either have it as a double-barreled blaster like this, or you could split it in half. And then you have this big piece for the double barrel. You just fold that, and when you fold this, the other one comes out. This one is already in, so you could just pull that out manually. So he has two blasters. You want him to be double barreled, one-armed, or both. Again, it is your choice. You have these options to work with. And then there you go. He's all decked out, ready for war. It's funny too. He's all. I can't put the camera any higher than that, so let's bring him down. He's all decked out for war, but at least in the G1 cartoon, he doesn't really like fighting. He's more of a scientist. So yeah, some days even science needs to battle. And then you have these blast effect parts here, if you like. Just connect it there. So it looks like he's shooting something. Or he's just getting shot in the leg while he's marching towards the war. Like, oh, this little explosion's not gonna hurt me. However you see fit. So, let's take a look at some of the detailing as with the weapons on now. Especially the head. That's pretty much all I have to say. One thing I want to leave you guys with is that he is big. He is big. This is the Voyager class. Back off. But yeah, if you like this bigger guy in your collection, go ahead. By all means, you have a big Autobot or Decepticon, your choice. Sad thing is, this part does not flip, so this armor will always be Autobot property. But if you want a Autobot or Decepticon on your side, pick this guy up in any of your toy stores, department stores, or online retailers. But that's pretty much it for Jetfire again. Until next time, this is Average Man saying, see ya.